Hi there, and welcome to another video. Today in this video, I am going to read some parts of the book that I have to read for my class that I am taking. And this class is in project management. So I am on chapter 4.3 and I'm going to read it on my tablet here. So let's begin. Direct and manage project work. Alright, direct and manage project work is the process of leading and performing the work defined in the project management plan and implementing approved changes to achieve the project's objectives. And the key benefit of this process is that it provides overall management of the project work and deliverables, thus improving the probability of project success. This project is performed throughout the project, this process. The inputs, tools, and techniques and outputs of the process are depicted in figure 4.6, which is this. Now let's take a look. I'm going to zoom in just a bit. Direct and manage project work. So there are inputs, project management plan, project documents, approved change requests, enterprise environmental factors, organizational process assets, tools and techniques, expert judgment, project management information system, meetings. Oh, I love those. And then there are outputs, which are deliverables, work performance data, issue log, change requests, project management plan updates, project document updates, organizational process assets updates. Alright, moving to the next. This is a pretty large picture here, and basically looks like a diagram. So project management plan is right over here, and then here's our chapter, direct and manage project work, and here are the flows. If I need to learn a little bit more about certain aspects, they're like validating scope, controlling scope, schedule, controlling costs, quality, resources. I would go to these chapters. So it basically it's a data flow diagram. Alright, so we're gonna move next. Alright, direct and manage project work. It involves executing the planned project activities to complete project deliverables and accomplish established objectives. Available resources are allocated, their efficient use is managed, and changes in project plans stemming from analyzing work performance data and information are carried out. The direct and manage project work process is directly affected by the project application area. Deliverables are produced as outputs from processes performed to accomplish the project work as planned and scheduled in the project management plan. The project manager, along with the project management team, directs the performance of the planned project activities and manages the various technical and organizational interfaces that exist in the project. Direct and manage project work also requires review of the impact of all project changes and the implementation of approved changes, corrective action, preventive action, and or defect repair. During project execution, the work performance data is collected and communicated to the applicable controlling processes for analysis. Work performance data analysis provides information about the completion status of deliverables and other relevant details about project performance. The work performance data will also be used as an output to the monitoring and controlling process group and can be used as feedback into lessons learned to improve the performance of future work packages. Alright, so here these are the inputs: project management plan, project documents. So these are the different inputs: change log, lessons learned register, milestone list, project communications, project schedule, requirements, traceability matrix. The requirements traceability matrix links product requirements to the deliverables that satisfy them and helps to focus on the final outcomes. And then there is risk register, risk report, which provides information on sources of overall project risk, along with summary information on identified individual project risks. Approved change requests. So they are an output of the Procurement Integrated Change Control process, and they include those requests reviewed and approved for implementation by the project manager or by the change control board when applicable. The approved change request may be a corrective action, a preventive action, or a defect repair. Approved change requests are scheduled and implemented by the project team and can impact any area of the project or project management plan. The approved change requests can also modify the formally controlled project management plan components or project documents. Enterprise environmental factors are right here. So those can influence the direct and manage project work process. But these are the factors. So these are organizational structure, culture, management, practices, and sustainability. Infrastructure like existing facilities and capital equipment, and stakeholder risk thresholds. Alright. organizational process assets. And so this is the list of those assets that can influence the direct and manage project work process. So those are the standard policies, processes, procedures, issue and defect management procedures, defining issue and defect controls, blah blah blah, change controls, risk procedures. Alright. Then direct and manage project work tools and techniques. Expert judgment. Expertise should be considered from individuals or groups with specialized knowledge or training in the following topics: cost and budget management, technical knowledge on the industry and focus area of the project, legal and procurement, legislation and regulations, and organizational governance. Project Management Information System. It provides access to IT software tools such as scheduling software tools, work authorization systems, configuration management systems, information collection and distribution systems, as well as interfaces to other outline automated systems such as corporate knowledge base repositories. Automated gathering and reporting on key performance indicators can be part of this system. Meetings, so we're not going to be really talking about meetings, everybody knows that. Now the outputs. So the deliverables obviously are the outputs. So it's a product, result, or capability to perform a service that is required to be produced to complete a process, phase, or project. These are outcomes of the project and can include components of the project management plan. Change control should be applied once the first version of a deliverable has been completed. The control of the multiple versions or additions of a deliverable is supported by configuration management tools and procedures. Another output is work performance data. Work performance data are the raw observations and measurements identified during activities being performed to carry out the process work. Data are often viewed as the lowest level of detail from which information is derived by other processes. Data is gathered through work execution and passed to the controlling processes for further analysis. Examples of work performance data include work completed, KPIs, technical performance measures, actual start and finish dates of scheduled activities. Another output is issue log. So throughout the life cycle of a project, the project manager will normally face problems, gaps, and inconsistencies or conflicts that occur unexpectedly and that require some action, so they do not impact the process performance or the project performance. The issue log is a project document where all issues are recorded and tracked. So there could be data collected could be issue type, who raised the issue and when, description, priority, who is assigned the issue, target resolution date, status, and final solution. And the issue log will help the project manager effectively track and manage the issues, ensuring that they are investigated and resolved. The issue log is created for the first time as an output of this process, although issues may happen at any time during the project. The issue log is updated as a result of the monitoring and control activities throughout the project's life cycle. Another output is change requests. It's a formal proposal to modify any document, deliverable, or baseline. When issues are found while project work is being performed, change requests can be submitted, which may modify the project policies or procedures. Even the scope, cost or budget, schedule, quality, or product results. Other change requests cover the needed preventive or corrective actions to forestall negative impact later in the project. Any project stakeholder may request a change. Change requests are processed for review and disposition through the Perform integrated change control process. And change requests can be initiated from inside or outside the project, and they can be optional or legally contractually mandated. Change requests may include corrective action and intentional activity that realigns the performance of the project work with the project management plan. Preventive action and intentional activity that ensures the future performance of the project is aligned with the project management plan. Then defect repair, it's also an intentional activity to modify a non-conforming product or project component. And then updates, changes to formally control project documents, plans, to reflect modified or additional ideas or content. Alright, then project management plan updates. So it's just any change to that happens to the project management plan goes through organization's change control process via that change request. So project documents updates may be updated as a result of carrying out this process. So activity list, additional activities may be added, assumption log where new assumptions and constraints may be added, and the status of existing assumptions and constraints may be updated or closed out. Lessons learned, requirements, risk register, stakeholder register. Alright, any organizational process asset can be updated as a result of this process. So that was the chapter on, that was 4.3, direct and manage project work. And again, this is the process of leading and performing the work defined in the project management plan and implementing approved changes to achieve the project's objectives. Alright, so as a summary, any changes that really need to be made to the project should be made with a change request. And there are a whole bunch of different change requests. Okay, let's see, I think 4.4 was the next one? Keep going. This is monitor and control project work. It's the process of tracking, reviewing, and reporting the overall progress that meet the performance objectives defined in the project management plan. So the key benefits of this process are that it allows stakeholders to understand the current state of the project, to recognize the actions taken to address any performance issues, and to have visibility into the future project status with cost and schedule forecasts. And this process is really performed throughout the whole project. So again, these are the inputs, outputs, and tools and techniques. They're kind of the same pretty much. And let's see, monitor and control. So monitoring includes collecting, measuring, and assessing measurements and trends to affect process improvements. And so continuous monitoring gives the project management team insight into the health of the project, and also identifies any areas that may require special attention. Alright, so control includes determining corrective action or preventive actions, or replanning and following up on action plans to determine whether the actions taken resolved the performance issue. So the monitoring control project work process is concerned with comparing actual project performance against the project management plan. Makes sense. Assessing performance periodically to determine whether any corrective or preventive actions are indicated, and then recommending those actions as necessary. Checking the status of individual project risks. Maintain an accurate, timely information base concerning the project's product and their associated documentation through project completion. Providing information to support status reporting, progress measurement, and forecasting. Providing forecasts to update current costs and current schedule information. Monitoring implementation of approved changes as they occur. Providing appropriate reporting on projects, progress, and status to program management when the project is part of an overall program, and ensuring that the project stays aligned with the business needs. So again, there are some inputs, which is project management plan, project documents, and this one also includes some quality reports, issue log, lessons learned, work performance information. So data is gathered through work execution and passed to the controlling processes. To become work performance information, the work performance data are compared with the project management plan, components, projects, documents, and other variables. And this comparison indicates how the project is performing. So specific work performance metrics for scope, schedule, budget, and quality are defined at the start of the project as part of the project management plan. Performance data are collected during the project through the controlling processes and compared to the plan and other variables to provide the context for work performance. So for example, work performance data on cost may include funds that have been expended. However, to be useful, that data has to be compared to the budget, the work that was performed, the resources used to accomplish this work, and the funding schedule. This additional information provides the context to determine if the project is on budget and if there is a variance. It also indicates the degree of variance from the plan, and by comparing it to the variance thresholds in the project management plan, it can indicate if preventive or corrective action is required. So interpreting our performance data and the additional information as a whole provides a context that provides a sound foundation for project decision. Another input is the agreements. So a procurement agreement includes terms and conditions and may incorporate other items that the buyer specifies regarding what the seller is to perform or provide. If the project is outsourcing part of the work, the project management needs to oversee the contractor's work to make certain that all the agreements meet the specific needs of the project while adhering to organizational procurement policies. And also enterprise environmental factors such as project management information systems, such as scheduling costs, resourcing tools, performance indicators. There's some infrastructure, stakeholders' expectations, governments or industry standards, organizational process assets, such as SOP, financial controls procedures, organizational knowledge base. Okay, it's now tools and techniques, expert judgment. It's kind of similar to the last chapter. Data analysis, so there are different types of analysis like cost-benefit analysis, earned value analysis, root cause analysis, trend analysis, variance analysis, decision making, meetings, of course, and then the outputs are the work performance reports like trends, graphs, forecasts, change requests, and also may be necessary. Again, there are corrective, preventive, and defect repair, so 3 types. Project management plan updates, cost forecasts, issue log, lessons learned, risk register, and schedule forecasts. Okay, alright, so these were the 2 chapters that I wanted to share with you, and I hope this was boring enough to put you out by the time you're finishing up watching this video, because it certainly is pretty sleepy here on my side. The way this book is written is certainly not very exciting. It's kind of even written on in this project type of as if it's a work breakdown structure, for those who know what that is, where they subdivide it in different 4.4, 4.4, 4.4.4, that type of thing, like a tree. And it's very boring sometimes, especially when there are very few examples. I like books that provide some sort of examples to give some reference of what really is going on here, but not in this book. So we're just going to go with the flow and continue reading. I have another 5 or 6 chapters like this, so by the time I am done, I will certainly be asleep. But I hope you are getting there now. Maybe at least you are nice and relaxed, because I wish you a very good, wonderful day, and hope you are kind to everybody around you, to the environment, and take care of yourself. Stay at peace. Goodbye.